In this video, I'm going to give a preview of the July 2025 BTO launch. Let's talk about the Bukit Panjang BTO. This is the latest BTO project offered near Bangkit LRT station and will consist of 620 units of 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room, and 5-room flat. The on-site facilities will include an eating house, a mini-mart, shops, a preschool, and a residence network. In terms of classification, this project will get the standard 5-year MOP, so you don't have to worry about subsidy clawback and can rent out the whole flat after fulfilling the MOP. This is one of the most affordable BTO in the July launch, so if you are looking for a budget option, this can be one of your considerations. Now let's talk about the location. Okay, so this is the map that HDB gave. So if we check in Google Map, I believe this is the spot because it is next to the Beacon Primary School. As you can see, Bangkit LRT is just about 1 block away, so definitely within walking distance. What stands out with this location is that many of the flats here, as you can see, will have an unblocked view of the reservoir because the site is located next to the Upper Pierce Reservoir. You see, this is like super huge. So that would be very exciting. If you like outdoor activities, you can exercise at Jenghua Park or Chestnut Nature Park. But again, as you can see, this forested area is very vast. So please make sure to be safe and please don't get lost. I think even mid-floor level can already see this reservoir if you get the right stack. However, note that the Bukit Timah Expressway is right in between this land plot and the reservoir. So it is better to secure the highest floor as possible to negate the traffic noises. In terms of amenities, actually you have several hawker centers within 500 meters. So I'm actually kind of surprised that HDB was kind enough to build an on-site eating house on the premises. For more amenities, you can take the LRT to Fajar Shopping Center here, or even go to Bukit Panjang area because you will find more amenities there. So for example, you see Junction 10 is here, Hillian Mall is here. And in terms of school options, obviously you have the Beacon Primary School just next door. Other than that, there are several primary and secondary schools within the 2-kilometer radius, as you can see here. Okay, let's recap the pros and cons. As usual, I always appreciate if there is a train station within walking distance to the project, even if it's only an LRT, but still, it is good to know that you are not relying on feeder buses because in general, buses run less frequently and less reliably compared to trains. A unique feature of this project is that many flats would have the unblocked reservoir view, which I find it very soothing. This is also one of the most affordable options in this batch, so it's great if you are on a budget. Amenities are also available within walking distance from this site, and interestingly, HDB will still provide on-site facilities such as an eating house, a mini-mart, shops, and a preschool, so that is also very convenient. For parents, school options are also available within the 2-kilometer radius, so that's also good. In terms of classification, this project will just have the standard 5-year MOP, no subsidy clawback, and just the standard restrictions in terms of reselling and renting out, so that is also very good. On the other hand, so what don't I like about this project? Well, it is next to an expressway, so you do need to be very careful with the unit selection. I remember when I was personally hunting for my resale flat, I did a viewing for a flat that happens to face an expressway, not in Bukit Panjang area by the way, it is in another part of Singapore. It was already at night, not necessarily peak hour anymore, but the roads are still busy. I remember the owner closed all of the windows and turned on the aircon, and I'm guessing they do this all the time. Moral of the story is, do not underestimate an expressway. I mean, it would be a shame if you cannot enjoy the fresh air from the reservoir simply because your floor level is too low and too close to the expressway. So try to get the highest flat as much as possible. The next watch out about this flat is that singles are only allocated about 13 2-room flats here. This is because HDB already stated that they will allocate at least 100 units of 2-room flexi for seniors. Then the 65% of balance will be allocated for first-timer singles. Given that there's only 120 2-room flexi here, this means that singles will only get 65% times 20 units, which is 13 units. If you want to see my detailed review and calculation about 2-room flexi in the upcoming BTO launch, check out my other video link in the description. station. Another thing that you should consider is that by having to take the LRT, that does add into your total commute time. During peak hours, oftentimes LRT are super packed and you just have to wait for the next train if you cannot get in. Another thing is that in LRT, there is only one lift on each LRT, so parents with strollers or people in wheelchairs will have problem if the LRT lift break down, because that would mean you need to take a bus or go to the next station. What do I think about this project? I think this is a very classic BTO site because it is located in a non-mature area but with a carefully thought through town where it already has schools, markets, hawker centers, shopping malls, library, etc. The good thing is, many of the facilities are already built. It's not like Tengah where you need to wait for another 10 to 15 years for things to settle. To be fair, compared to other Asian countries, the Singapore government already put a lot of thought and planning into developing new towns, and I think some Singaporeans take it for granted. If you don't mind taking the LRT, this could be a good option for people who are just looking for a budget option and want to get a roof on top of their head very fast. If you want to compare between the most affordable options in this batch, let's say between Bukit Panjang BTO and Sembawang BTO, personally, I would still pick Bukit Panjang BTO simply because at least this one has more amenities and a train station within the walking distance. If you would like to know more about the upcoming BTO launch, check out my channel as I have more videos about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!